What the fork?
And welcome back. It was so good. I'm not starting over. This is what we get now.
So good.
This is amazing. You can't tell. Okay.
Welcome back to our second episode of What the Fork.
Yeah, it's going great. This is honestly exactly why it's named What the Fork.
No.
Okay, with your hosts, Hannah
And Lexi.
and our guest stars of the day are...
Kayla Joyner.
And Bruno.
Bruno is back again because he
loves it so much.
he loved it
guys.
so much, and because we couldn't get anyone else on Jordan.
You want to
Bruno, you're just gonna be our backup always. Is that okay? So if you see Bruno, I'm sorry, no, like you're so much more than that. I promise.
He's just the backup.
But also you're so special that like whenever we can't get someone, it's like, oh, what about Bruno?
This is
Yeah.
great. Who is that?
We love Bruno.
It's me.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. You're just like, that's fine. Almost crying. It's like, I'm not worthy.
Okay, so it is Friday today.
It is.
So what do we think about doing like our moment of the week? It could be something like great that happened to you, like something so aggravating, like just the moment that you think of when you think of this week.
Sorry, I heard a noise. I don't know. My moment of the week is probably... Actually, I don't have one. Come back to me, guys.
Okay.
Come back.
Just think on it, sleep on it. Don't sleep on it because we need to do it now today.
Yeah, we need to do it at the end of the podcast.
But what about Bruno? Why don't you start?
Do you not have one either?
Yeah, can you come back to me?
Oh my god. Okay, Kayla?
I
It could be something small, big, doesn't really matter.
What was your moment of the week? That email?
Okay, why don't I go?
Yeah,
Kayla, your
Lexi.
moment of the week should be the
Why don't I
email.
start? Okay, Kayla, you have something?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Oh.
Okay. It's a little bit of a story, but it's a podcast, so.
It's fine.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It is just like the fourth week of school, and I had to email my teacher, and it was about a self-assessment. So like I was grading myself on a paper, and I just was late on it, so I just had to turn it in like one night late. And so I sent her an email when I completed it and turned it in, and the title of the email said self-assessment, or so I thought. And so I didn't like proofread the email before I sent it to her. I just sent it to her. And then last night she emailed me and she was like, "Hey, Kayla, I don't think that this email was meant for me because the title, like the subject of the email had autocorrected to sad asses instead of self-assessment." And so that was like the most traumatic moment of my life.
Traumatic.
I like can't speak. I'm so scared about it. And so I don't know. I don't think I can really come back from that one.
I love that. That's so funny.
What's yours?
Okay, my moment has to be the coffee I'm drinking right now. It is a pumpkin spice chai latte with espresso. Kayla Joyner made it.
That's me.
Gorgeous. It's gorgeous. My moment is that it's September, which means October's right around the corner, which means fall, which means pumpkin flavored food and drink, which is all I live for.
I finally figured one out. My glad moment is my mom works for Nespresso. She gets 2 free machines a year. This is background.
Wait, sorry. Your dad works for Apple. You get 25% off. Your mom works for Nespresso, and you get 2
free machines
a year.
A year?
I thought you said a week, and I was like, no
I'm sorry, so
I
way.
did say a week.
How many
That's not right.
machines do you have?
We only have 2 because she likes the ones we already have. We have one for the
So
small capsules, one for the large.
She just doesn't accept them, or like
No,
what,
she doesn't have to get them.
Does she
Okay,
want
wait,
someone
wait.
to take them for her?
But like you know what she could do is like get them and like give them for gifts, right?
She does do that.
Oh, okay.
That's how like half my family has these.
Oh, I love that.
But
Well, if you can't figure out who to give them to next, I'm just saying.
yeah, I'll think of it. But Reinhardt has a Keurig in his room,
Mhm.
and I saw that, and I was like, "You have an espresso?" And he's like, "Yeah, at home." And I'm like, "You want one?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "My mom gets 2 free machines a year. Let
Oh
me
my
see if
God.
she can get one."
I thought
And
it was a month.
she's getting one, and it's coming in. She's ordered it, so that means I'm getting it like next week or the week after. So
What?
WCAS having an espresso coffee machine now.
Wait, can I use it?
If you bring your own stuff.
Oh yeah, no.
Like-
I was actually gonna ask Reinhardt today, his blue one, right out in the
Keurig,
corner,
yeah.
the Keurig. I was like, so I was gonna ask him like, hypothetically, if I were to bring in my own coffee, like, can I don't know, make one?
Technically speaking, I don't think he wants you to, but if you bring your own stuff for it, he's not gonna stop you because the only other thing would be like water.
Right. Well, I'm not gonna do it during school or during class. But like maybe like during
the
one of these
podcast
podcasts,
now.
like if it's afternoon and I'm like dead tired, I'll just
Yeah.
like bring in my own.
I
Little,
mean, you'd probably be fine because Jojo does that too during our class sometimes.
I do see that happening.
Yeah, but so we're getting a coffee machine, guys.
Ah.
But
Moral
don't
of the
really know.
story.
it's gonna be great. I don't drink coffee, but it's it's fine.
That's yeah.
Bruno, what's your moment?
Oh yeah, Bruno, what you want?
So, I don't remember what day this was, but we had fusion, and for one of our scenes, you guys know Hannah, right?
Mhm.
Okay, Hannah's gonna be playing God.
Wait, the Hannah that we're sitting with right now?
No,
no, the other
I
one.
think
No.
Noah's still gonna
No.
be God
The
in,
Hannah in
in a
Orchesis.
different
Oh,
scene.
yes.
Yeah, so she's gonna be wearing a white dress, and then covered by the dress is gonna be a hoverboard.
Oh.
So
I saw this.
one of our fusion members brought in a hoverboard, and we all got to use it, and that was the highlight of my week. I got to use it.
I
and,
saw the video of him using it. It was really funny.
That's awesome.
That's embarrassing. I was just spinning around. I don't know
Mariah
how to use
posted
it.
on her story, just like we love fusion, and it was just you on a hoverboard. And I'm like, I'm so happy I watched it before it expired because it was 23 hours at that point. I was like, I'm so happy. That was the highlight of my week. Seeing Bruno on a hoverboard, that was the highlight of my week.
That's awesome.
My friend once got a hoverboard for Christmas, and so the 26th, like the day after Christmas, I went to her house to try it out, and like, I mean, that wasn't the main purpose, but whatever. I got on it, and like within like 5 seconds, I broke it.
Oh, I did this. Okay,
And
Kayla.
that was really sad, but I don't know. I don't really know what they did with it next, but the hoverboard was gone because of me.
I was
I
literally
feel
gonna say
really
the same
bad.
thing. I went to my friend's house and they have a hoverboard and they have like a big basement kind of, and it was her birthday party and we were all going on the hoverboard and then I went on it and I was struggling and then it stopped working. I was like, oh, and then they were like, what the heck did you do? I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't. They don't use it in their house anymore because now they have a pool table where they would have.
Whoa.
Yeah, their
Well,
basement's so cool.
I heard a story where some girl left a hoverboard. Do they? Okay, wait. What's the deal? Do they charge? Is it like
Yeah,
a
they-
battery thing?
They charge.
They charge. Okay, so she was leaving it charging in their home, and they have these like home security cameras, and basically their house burned down from the hoverboard. Like these
Yeah.
hoverboards, like some of them are like they malfunction, right? And they start fires. That was an
That's
issue,
so
right?
scary.
I
And
remember,
so their
yeah.
house
I-
burned
When
down.
they first came out, and like the batteries were faulty, and they would like
Yeah, it was like a real
Yeah.
big
the
thing.
battery juice
Like their
would leak
entire.
out and it
Oh
would
gosh.
That's
catch
so
on fire.
sad.
Yeah.
Do you remember when those like iPhones were like exploding in people's hands?
I thought they
for, like,
were-
a
Oh,
minute?
I heard
Um,
about that.
They were like Samsung phones, right?
Right. Yeah.
Or am I making that up? Was it a fever dream?
I don't.
No, it wasn't. It
I
wasn't.
know
Yeah,
that
I do.
there
I
was a
remember that. I
Problem
remember.
with phones like bending in people's pocket because like you know how.
Bending?
Okay, so
Oh, yeah, like the super thin one.
no. Okay, so
I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know,
it was
like-
definitely that
like
was
the
an
super
iPhone
thin
problem.
I know it was an
iPhones.
iPhone problem,
It was
but I
like
remember that was being a problem. The phones are problematic.
the older models. Yeah.
Literally. I wish I didn't have
Yes.
like a phone, but like I need it. Well, I say I need it, but like if I didn't have a phone, I'd be so much like more.
Just
I
don't use your
know.
phone.
I don't know how to speak, but I feel
It's
like,
like, I don't
I'm
know.
always like, I need to like phone detox, but like I'm never gonna. Like I know
Right.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, I deleted Instagram, Snapchat, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime for like a
Ouch.
day because physically hurt. No, because like I was supposed to be transferring my phone to a new iPhone because we like switched plans or whatever. We got free phones. Same one that I have. I was hoping for. Anyway, point of the story is that I deleted my social medias for like a day, or I deleted them like 5 times while I was trying to transfer my phone for storage because I had no storage in my phone, and I have like 20,000 pictures, and so even if I delete like 1,000 pictures, it doesn't do anything. So like I deleted them, and I realized that I didn't miss them that much, so I was like, okay, cool, we'll just like keep them off. And then I mean like the next day I got them back, so I was like, boredom, what do I do?
At this point, that's just the only way I can text people
Mm-hmm.
because like I don't have a lot of people's actual phone numbers. Kayla has food, by the way.
I looked at Bruno. I really wanted to eat one.
She's got
Kayla-
cinnamon toast crunch in the cereal bag
Yeah.
without milk.
Kayla, don't eat in don't eat in the mic. Oh, I gotta-
Bruno thought that one was
I
funny.
was about to do the Lucky Charms theme because I thought it was the cinnamon toast crunch theme.
Wait, what's the Lucky Charms thing?
It's magically delicious.
Why is that not
Wait.
registered?
That is definitely the new podcast intro.
It's magically
magically
delicious. Can it, please? What the? It's magically delicious. What the fork? I mean, it goes together.
I'm not doing that every time, guys.
I will do it. Or our guest, whoever our guest
Oh
is,
my
can be
God.
like, what the fork? And then I can go, it's magically delicious.
No, it has to go with magically delicious and then what the fork.
Right, no, so I go like, it's magically delicious. And then the person who's just, our guest is like, what the fork?
Mhm.
And what? Like,
Yes.
what am I doing with the next hour of my life? Like,
Honestly. Yeah, no, do you want to know what happened today? So Hunter was like frantically trying to find you before, like, not frantically, but like he was trying to find you, and he's like, you know where Kanja? I can't say your last name.
Conejo?
Yeah, he was
Guys, it's
Konjo.
fine. Just say Conjo. I don't know. Conjo.
He was saying that. He was like,
Konjo.
where's Konjo?
Konjo.
And I'm just like, oh.
Konjo.
And then someone was like, probably in the orchestra's room. And then he was like, dang it. And then he like was like, and then he realized that I'm also part of this podcast.
Oh.
And he was like, Hannah, Lucas, kind of like just like saying like 5 different names, even though I said yes the first time he said my name. And he's like, I can be here like tell Lexi I can be here like 4:30. And I'm like, for what? And he's like, the podcast. I'm like, oh, we don't need you. And he's like, what? I'm like, we have to find someone else. He's like, oh, next week? I'm like, maybe. He literally just said, I'll be here at 4:30, maybe. And I'm like, we don't need you.
I know. Gabby said, I'll be here at 4:30, maybe 4. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just have you on a different time because we don't want to, you know.
I don't want to start at 4. I have to go to a football game tonight. Cause
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Is it
not
Barrington, right?
I'm not going. I'm going to Hersey's. I have a friend on their color guard, and I said I'd watch them perform.
Ooh,
and they're going to come
fun.
to one of our games where they can see us
Who is
perform.
Hersey playing tonight?
I don't know. I'd have to look that up, but I don't really want to.
I'm like, I will.
Did you hear me swallow? Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. I was just bullying Kayla, just saying you can't eat
Just
the mic.
bullying me. My mom is like texting me. She's like, what are you doing? Why are you still wheeling? And I'm like,
We're making...
I'm just being famous right now on a podcast.
I thought he looked at me when I said his name because he looked up at him.
I just have a feeling that they can hear us.
Can they?
Slightly. Not really though.
Hello, can you hear
Because
us?
I feel like when I listen to
Noah?
podcasts,
Noah,
I don't, like, obviously
Noah,
they
can you
edit
turn
them,
around?
but I
Noah?
can't tell that
if
they
you can
edit them.
hear this, can you turn around? Can
Noah,
you
if
wave?
you can
Noah's
hear
in
this,
the-
Can
Noah's
you
in
wave?
the
If you can
room.
hear this, can you wave?
Noah's
If you can,
oh my gosh.
one of our
Okay,
friends
thank
is
you.
in the room next to us, and they're behind us, and we don't know if they can hear us or not. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're
they
like behind a
cannot.
glass. They're behind a glass window
It's
with
like,
fancy equipment and
In
a
in
TV.
Wheeling, we're in the studio right now, and in the studio they film different things for the news, like for our announcements and
Mhm.
stuff. And they'll be filming in here, but then you'll have everybody else in the control room, like your sound people. So that's why that's like right there. But like when they're actually filming, when they can hear, they have the audio hooking up through there so they can hear everything.
Mhm.
But they cannot really hear us that well. I think Noah and Bruno are having a staring contest. They are. They are.
It's not creepy at all.
Well, because Noah, whenever he like doesn't know what to do, he'll go like, and then he'll make eye contact and go, just wide-eyed.
Oh my God.
And now I've adapted to doing that, and I did that to him, and then my friend thought I was doing that to her in class. And I'm like,
Oh.
oh shoot!
Oh no.
And then I just did it. I was like, hey.
At least it wasn't some random person that you were just like staring at. They thought you were staring at.
That would have been kind of funny though, but it's fine. We don't talk about
It's
it.
fine, we're
guys.
fine, guys. It's fine. I have embarrassing moments. Like all the time, every single day. Like if I wear a certain pair of shoes, I like trip over my shoes in the hallway in front of people, and I just keep going like nothing happened.
Sam,
no, this sucks. I'll just trip on nothing in the middle of the
Yeah.
hallway, and they're in front of like a lot of people, and I just turn around hoping that nobody saw.
Yeah,
I mean,
same. I
to
like-
be fair,
It's
most
so
of the time people
embarrassing.
don't pay attention.
Yeah, no one cares about anyone else. Like in the best way. Nobody cares about what other people do
Nobody cares
or
about
wear
you.
or say. Like it's
The only
Bruno.
the only thing that they will ever be like, "Oh, are you okay?" is you like fall down the stairs.
right. No,
My
that's
biggest
embarrassing.
fear is falling down the stairs
no,
at school
I
during
fell-
passing.
I fell
Oh,
up the
gosh.
stairs in middle school. It was like a volleyball game day, so I was wearing a dress because we dressed up for game days.
Mhm.
And I was walking up the stairs and I tripped. And then there were like 3 teachers at the top of the stairs. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah."
The amount of times I've just fallen at some point, I'm like,
Mhm.
"Ah."
Yeah.
It's so I hate it. It's the worst because then you're just like, what do I do? I be like, oh, I'm okay. Like, it's just scary. Oh my god, the staring contests are continuing.
Has anyone seen like Bo Burnham? Like, does anyone know who he is?
Yes, I haven't seen the Netflix series though, but I've listened to some of the
But
albums.
whenever somebody makes eye contact, I always think of his one skit where he's like prolonged eye contact.
Oh, you showed me that.
I did.
We started watching it at my house, and my mom was in the room.
And then we just realized that was not going to be the thing to watch right there and then. Then and there and then, I don't really know.
Some of it was funny, but
Um,
then some of it was like he was just trying too hard to be funny.
Agreed. I think so. I love John Mulaney though. John Mulaney.
I've heard of him. I don't
never
think I've ever
misses.
heard him, or I've never seen him
Um,
perform.
Who else? Oh wait, what's your guys' favorite movie? I'll start. 500 Days of Summer.
Okay, I want to finish that movie, and Kayla wouldn't let me because she's like, "Oh, you don't like
That
it.
is
It's too
false
boring."
information.
Oh, so why didn't we keep watching it, huh?
because you were like, I don't want to watch it.
No, I did not say that. I was watching it. I was just watching. I was sitting, laying on the couch, peacefully watching it, and then 15 minutes in, you and Josh are like turning it off, and I'm like, "What is happening?" They're like, "You don't like it." I was like, "No, I'm paying attention."
What about you, Hannah and Bruno? What's your guys' favorite movie?
Bruno, what's
Yeah,
Lexi
let's
doesn't
hear-
appreciate cinematic masterpieces.
Probably Hot Rod. You don't know
Tell
what
us
that is?
about
No.
Hot Rod.
Tell us about
What's it about?
Do you guys know Andy Samberg?
Yes.
Love him.
Me too.
So he is the main character. His name is Rod, and he likes to
Is he hot?
do.
That's the
likes
most
to-
important information there.
He likes to do stunt work, but he's not exactly good at it. And his father is Evil Knievel.
Whoa.
And he's just like, finding himself, but he's also like at least 18 years old, and he acts like a child.
Mm.
Period. What about you, Hannah?
Oh. I don't know. I always say two things. I never know what to say. It's either miscongeniality or Pixels.
Oh my god, wait, I
You
used
like
to say
Pixels?
Pixels.
I like Pixels.
That used to be my absolute favorite movie, and then every time I told someone, they're like, "You what? You're crazy." I'm like, "No, I'm not. It's such a good movie.
It's such a good movie.
Josh Gad and Adam Sandler, like
It's like
Serena Williams, and
It's all right.
it's so good."
I've never seen it, but I do know Miss Congeniality because Sandra Bullock, right? That's her name?
Mhm.
I love her.
I love that movie.
Oh my
I
god, it's so good.
It's like if I said my favorite movie is 50 First Dates.
Oh,
What?
I love that movie.
What is that movie?
we don't know.
Alexa,
At least Kayla knows I'm happy with
Let's
that.
What's your favorite
love
movie?
50 First Dates.
God, Pixels was always the movie I went to when people asked me what my favorite movie was.
Because it's like, what else were you? I don't know what to say.
Right, exactly, and it's I don't know, it's one of those movies I can watch multiple times and not.
Here's the thing. What am I
It's
gonna
so
say? The kissing booth? No. No. Okay, controversial. The first one was okay, and then it got bad.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I
First
don't
one was
think
okay.
Any of them were good, but I
Okay.
do know Lexi loves those movies.
I know I like watching. Okay, if I don't have anything to like, if I'm doing my homework or laundry or something, and I want something in the background, it's something I'll put on because it's like
Yeah, no.
it's kind of funny because it's kind of bad. You know what I mean?
It's like, okay, I think that the first one was good enough that they should not have made more.
Yeah.
They made
probably.
it bad, but the third one was just trash.
The third one was. I mean, it didn't like. I don't know. I feel like they left out. I think their books. I've never read the books, but I
That's
feel like
the
they
other
just left
one.
out whole plot line, and I've never read the books. I don't know.
No, that's who all the boys I've loved before. That's the books.
I think there's a book for the kissing booth also. I'm pretty sure. I'm looking it
That's terrifying.
up. I'm looking it up.
There's no way.
I swear.
Changed my mind. My favorite movie is He's All That.
Oh,
The new
the
one.
Addison
No,
Rae
no.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what is that movie? And I was like, oh wait, I
It like
remember
took
that.
a minute to process.
The
Wait, what's
Kissing
a
Booth
really good
is
movie?
a book series.
Is it really?
Mhm.
That's
Oh,
terrifying.
Uh-huh.
I remember I tried reading the Descendants book series, and then
There's a book series.
it's
for
based
that?
off a book series.
That's
I
so
tried reading
funny.
it one time,
Ooh.
and then it's not okay. It's not directly based off the books, but there was inspiration from books. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not word for word the same or anything. Like it's its own thing, but it's based off this book series that they have.
Mhm.
I could not read it.
That
I
sounds.
just
Was
could
it like
not.
chapter books, picture books?
Chapter books.
Oh my god. Oh
Ooh.
well. Anyway, I think you didn't. My favorite movie. You haven't said that yet.
What? I asked you. You didn't answer.
Oh,
I thought
sorry.
you said Pixels.
No, that used to be my answer. But this movie called Love Rosie. I don't know if you've ever watched it. It is a book. I haven't read the book, but the movie's a masterpiece. I watched it so many times. It's so good.
Masterpiece.
Oh, and I like the Oceans series. Oceans. Any of
Mm.
those are so
Yeah.
good.
Wait, I love the Oceans movie. I don't know which one it is, but when it's all girls,
Oceans 8.
that one was so good.
Yeah.
I loved it. I watched it like twice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, I really love this movie. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called La La Land.
Oh my god.
I did like it, but
I
like they don't.
hated it.
And sorry, no spoilers allowed. But the ending is just like, what? I mean, it's cute, and then it's like, okay, I guess.
boring.
Okay,
okay,
so
There's
I'm
not enough
never coming back
dialogue
to
at
this
certain
podcast.
Sorry. What for me though, I watched it when I was like a really young kid. Like not really
It
young,
didn't come out that long ago, though.
but yeah, it did.
It was like 2000. I want to say 15, but I know that's not right.
I
Pretty sure
wanna
it's 16.
say
Okay, I was still young enough to
My
be
bad's
like
on.
2016.
Oh, Bruno was right.
at that point. I'm still like this. I like really only watched like really kiddie shows that weren't like sophisticated like at all.
Uh-huh.
And so I went to there with my mom, my grandma, because they wanted me to come. They're like, "Oh, you'll like it so much," and I was like, "This is so boring."
Also,
Like-
because there were parts that didn't have a lot of dialogue, and so you're just like watching them dance or.
I just did.
I
It wasn't
know.
interesting. I'm also not a huge. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get killed. I'm not a huge musical person with a lot
Oh.
of things
It's fine.
because I was just like, what?
Like I can't watch musicals. I'm just like in them. Like I can't watch musical movies.
Like, there's a few that I'll watch. I'll watch Mamma Mia. I love Mamma Mia. I'll watch a few, but like, I need plot. I don't want.
I need.
I mean,
plot.
there
There
needs
needs
to
to
be
be
plot.
No.
Yeah.
They
so I
have
No, I get
plot.
it.
It's just song.
I've seen some of them, and it's just song after song after song, and there's like no.
That's Les
Dialogue?
Mis.
There's
Les Mis
no-
is song after song.
there's
the
no
dialogue
dialogue
is the
plot.
song.
The
And
only
it's like-
musical movie I ever like watched completely and wasn't bored was Guys and Dolls
I've never seen Guys and Dolls.
with Frank
never
Sinatra.
either.
Frank.
I have to watch
Frank.
that.
Love it.
The only one that I've watched recently that hasn't completely bored me, I think, was probably The Greatest Showman, which came out like
That's a good one.
Did you guys see
The
the
music
In the
is
Heights
good.
movie?
I haven't yet. Oh my
Yes.
god. I have
You
not.
haven't?
No.
It hasn't interested me. Where is it even on?
It's
Is
on
it still
HBO
in the
Max.
theaters?
I
HBO
think.
Max. What about Schmigadoon? Guys, I loved that.
I
Oh
don't
my
have-
god,
I
Schmigadoon!
don't have Apple TV.
What is that?
Oh my goodness.
It was so funny. It's so
Oh,
stupid.
is that things
Like
to be was talking
musical-
about?
Yeah.
What is it on?
Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon.
Apple TV.
Apple
Isn't
TV.
Kristen
David
Chenoweth in
Yeah.
that?
Do you guys
Right,
want to do a
right.
movie night at my house and we binge all 6 episodes of Schmigadoon?
Wait, or at my house.
Please.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
offering to. Come up. You can come to my house.
Let's
My
go to
side.
Hannah's because the espresso machine.
Oh,
Come
true.
to my house because I have kind of recliners.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Wow, I'm
Ooh.
so bougie.
It's like
no,
actually have, like, a
bourgeoisie.
sleepover and all that. That'd be
but just
just throwing it out
Or-
there. Just an idea. I mean,
okay, Kayla. Since you have an Apple TV, I must ask now.
Oh.
Did you watch Ted Lasso?
Oh my gosh, I am so happy that you asked this question because I did, and I just finished the Christmas episode actually. Hold on, I need to turn this
Wait. Which episode? Because I haven't. Have you seen the one from today yet?
up. No, I have not. I'm like
Okay.
2 episodes behind.
Okay.
But Ted Lasso is like maybe one of my favorite shows.
It's
You
literally
laugh,
so
you
good.
cry, you fall in love.
Okay, I think we need to, with this group, because neither of them have Apple TV, make plans for them to come over to one of our houses and make them watch Ted Lasso and
Yes.
stick it in.
I like that plan. I very much would love that plan.
Me too.
One of my like friends, we hang out like every Sunday, and he makes jokes. He's like, I'm just using you as for helping with my blackheads because he has really bad blackheads like I do, and Ted Lasso.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm getting used for
Wait, why
Ted
do
Lasso.
I feel like I have Apple TV, but like
If you have an
Oh.
Apple TV, you might not have Apple TV Plus because it
oh,
costs.
that's where it comes. That's where it's
Apple
from.
TV Plus. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
then I don't have Apple TV Plus, but I think I
I
have.
think
Apple
my
TVs.
dad says it costs more, so
I'm sure it does.
I just trust him because he works there.
This is kind of
Your
random.
mom works for coffee,
My
a coffee
mom-
place, and your dad works for Apple. Like,
Yeah. It's like it's retail, but it's good retail.
Whoa.
yeah.
There is so obviously I'm a sophomore, but I feel like I'm a freshman this year because last
Yeah.
year was so weird. And
Yeah.
I'm also like now seeing like teachers and students in person, of course, like fully with like the mask on their face. Fully masked. What? Okay.
Fully with the mask on your face.
So they have their mask. Obviously, like I can only see the top half of their face. And there's one teacher. I don't have him in any class. I don't know what he teaches. But I pass him in the hallway, and with his mask on, the top of his face looks so much like Ted Lasso. Sorry, this is like about the Ted Lasso thing, which was like a hot minute ago. But it's so weird because I always see him, and it makes me really happy. But like I don't know who this guy is or like what he teaches, but he looks like Ted Lasso with a mask on.
Is he hot?
No.
Kayla, next time you pass him, you have to be like, oh my, I need to know.
I'm
your
gonna be
name.
like, hey, do you watch this show called Ted
Ted
Lasso?
Lasso, because you look exactly like him. Oh my god, my mom was watching a movie the other day, and the actor that plays Ted Lasso was in the movie, and I could not even tell it was him because he didn't have the thick accent. The
Aw.
thick accent. It was so. I don't even know what the movie was called.
American accent.
Like, he's from Kansas, but he has like this thick Southern accent. It's almost like what is it going on? It's so strange. The first thing my aunt said with my mom. Okay, it's my mom's favorite show, and so she literally has gotten like half our family in love with it because she'll make them watch it with her again
Amazing.
and again. And so my aunt loves it, and she doesn't have an Apple TV. And my uncle loves it, and he doesn't have an Apple
Oh,
TV.
no.
And one lives in Indiana, and the other lives in California. And we don't see them like that often. So next time we see them, I think they're just gonna be like, okay, bring the TV. We're watching.
Just bring it.
Ted
Yep.
Lasso." Literally, it's all it's gonna be.
I love that. So we talked about our favorite movies and like TV shows, etc. What about books? Do you guys read?
I haven't read in like a long time. I can tell my favorite book series. I have 2. So the first one is called. First one's called Land of Stories.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh,
wait,
aw.
I've heard of that. I bought the
It's so good.
entire series at Barnes & Noble for my birthday, and I have yet to, this was like 3 years ago, and I
I've-
haven't read any yet.
So have you seen Glee?
Oh, no, I know.
Okay.
Chris Colfer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the author.
So
That's why I bought them, because of him.
I've been reading them. I started reading them. My mom was a fan of Glee
Mm-hmm.
before the books came out.
Same.
So my mom was like, "Oh my God, he's writing a book series. We need to read this." And so she got me the books, and then we got the audiobook, and then I gave it as a gift to my teacher in 2nd grade because it was so good.
Aww.
And then we have been going, but then we started going to signings. So I've met him 7 times.
Stop. Really?
Yeah, I have pictures. Let me pull one up.
Please.
Okay.
Okay, well, she pulls that up.
But
wait, what's your
it's-
second favorite book series?
Oh my God, I can't remember what it's called now, but it's a thick book series. It's called House of something.
House of Cards?
No,
Oh.
that's a movie. That's a TV
I don't know if I
show.
know it.
It's like
I don't know.
I'll have to figure. I'll look it up or
Okay.
something.
Well, my favorite. So, when I was little, I just swallowed into
So
the mic.
this was a theme of last time too. I think you understand.
Bruno and his water bottle.
Bruno's water bottle.
Special appearance. So, when I was little, like, my go-to answer was Harry Potter because, like, I really like them. I still like them, but I wouldn't say they're my favorite anymore. I love the idea of the wizarding world. Like, hello, magic. I want to live in that.
Wizarding World.
Literally same.
The wizarding world of Harry Potter. And, like, I don't know. I've read the books maybe twice. But they're pretty good. I like them because they're, like, magic, which is so cool. Anyway, but I think I don't really have a favorite book, although there's this series called Dream a Little Dream that I've read the first book like 3 times, and when I reread a book that like means something. And then I'm reading Perks of Being a Wallflower right now, and
I love the
I heard
movie.
it's really good.
it's actually so good. Like, I think it's gonna become my new favorite book, and the movie is really good too.
Okay, I have the picture up. It's from 2016, so you have to keep that in mind. This is
Aw,
when
baby Hannah.
This is from when I won a raffle. Bruno, shut up. I won a raffle. It was like 3. It was like a lot of people in the stadium, and then this one guy, like they left. Bruno's laughing at my picture now. They this one winner left early, so they had to pick a new number, and that was mine. So I have a custom thing in the 5th book. I have a custom signature. Oh yeah, all of my books are signed as well.
Oh my god, I love that. My
Yeah.
books are still in the package, in the saran wrap.
Like,
Sorry, what?
go on about your
Oh, Perks of Being a Wallflower?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear about it?
Yeah.
So it's a book about,
I
like...
just heard Lexi swallow.
You want
She's like, you want to hear about it?
Stop, guys. Anyway, Perks of Being a Wallflower, it's like a heavy topic book. There's, like, discussion about, like, depression, suicide, like angsty teen. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm so sorry. It is so hard to keep a straight
Stop.
face when we're just like talking into these big mics and all I can see is everyone's eyes. Keep going, Lexi. I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, anyway, it's just a good book because I feel like it's so relatable. Because it's freshman in high school. It's just, stop it, you guys. I can't.
It's Bruno, I swear.
Anyway, read the
It's
book. It's a
not
good
me.
book. I bought it in Spanish too because I really need to practice my Spanish, and it's so bad. I almost start crying in Spanish class because I'm in AP Spanish, and Bruno's in my class too, but he's a native speaker, and I'm like sort of half a native speaker, so it's not the same.
We were supposed to have a test in our Spanish class today, and I was like not prepared for it at all. And then she was like, I couldn't do it because I like all my classes do the same, and I couldn't do it for this one class, so we got out of it. I was so happy at that point in time. Oh my god, I'm still trying to figure out that book because I'm determined now.
Are you guys all auditioning for this musical coming up over the weekend?
You're a little late to this topic.
Oh, really?
No, we're supposed to be talking about it with
Oh, we are?
today and tomorrow. Yeah,
With
yesterday.
everybody.
Oh.
Sorry.
I just thinking
I'm-
about it. Because we
Kayla-
all are like a part of it, right? Like, Hannah, you do
Yeah.
tech?
I do lighting.
Oh, so cool.
Kayla,
Crybaby the musical.
Who are you auditioning for?
You know, Hannah, that is a really good question.
I'm guessing you do not know.
When I saw the show Crybaby, immediately I was like, Lenora, that's my girl.
Yeah, me too.
She's my girl. And then I started listening to it, and honestly, like, there are these girls named Pepper, Mona, and Wanda, who are these, like, baddie, like, kind of like greasers. Like, they're really
Mhm.
cool.
Like the Pink Ladies?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they're awesome. And then
We call them
there's-
the Red Girls because... in
Right,
the-
because
yeah,
they
'cause
wear
the-
red in the Broadway
Yeah,
show.
yep.
And that's when I know them as the Red Girls. They're 3 girls. And then there's the main character, Allison. Bruno's laughing at me right now.
No, he's
I'm
I'm not.
And-
I'm not.
Then there's Lenora. And all of these girls, these 5 girl parts I think are so cool. And just to like play any of them would be so cool. I'm just excited to perform on Wheeling Stage because I've never done that before. And
We literally saw the video clip of you performing on the Wheeling Stage earlier today, Kayla.
When?
What do you mean?
Never
Oh,
for
yeah.
a show.
In our media class we each had an assignment to take a video recorder and like go around the school and film B-roll, which is like just little clips of motion and stuff like that. And the SD card we got has the clips or the recordings from
some of them
the musical
yeah.
last year.
Oh.
And we had your little freshman trio.
Goodness.
So we watched some of it.
Oh.
I remember I thought Bruno was Sonic because of his haircut.
Well, I've never performed like in front of an audience on stages, I guess
Okay.
what I mean.
Okay.
But truthfully, I would love to play Lenora, but we will see what happens. But I'm just excited to audition. I love auditions with like a passion. That's all.
Me too. I was like so obsessed with the character Lenora for a while because I was like, I want to play something different, you know, something fun and exciting. But then I was like, I don't know. I think any role would be cool. Whatever, just to be in a musical again.
Right, literally. I think Bruno kind of wants Lenora too, which is why he like
Yeah, he's just being silent.
is
'cause he
laughing right
just-
now because he
thinks
he wants Lenora and he knows he's gonna get it. A luxury we all can't have, I guess.
It's okay. It's fine.
So does Hannah. Hannah really wants
You
Lenora.
win some, you lose some.
You win some,
I'm
you
good.
lose.
You win some, you lose some. So it is the
Yeah, September.
second and a half week of school.
Oh no, we're on the 4th.
Right. No, I know, but it's been like 2.5 weeks, 3.5 weeks. Anyway, it's been a few weeks. How's everyone like doing?
Yeah. How's your classes going, guys?
Like, what are you taking? How is it?
I am taking. What am I in? Oh, a class that I will talk about because I actually love it with so much of my heart. Is I'm in a political science class, and it is like unlocked. Like I've always been very into that, but like learning about it in a class format is so interesting to me, and like doing debates and all this, I love it, and just like taking this class has been like the highlight of this like first like month of school, and so.
That's fun.
That's like my exciting part. Like I always look forward to that class because it's like unlocked just a new thing that I like really am passionate about.
That's always fun. I mean, political science. Wait, why are you in a political science class if you didn't already know that you would kill it?
Well, because it's required to take social science.
Is it?
So that's
actually?
the one, or social science, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it required
'cause
for
this
everybody?
class-
Yes,
Second semester
at
is-
least 2 years of it.
This
3
class
years.
like
3
goes
years.
into econ. Like next semester I'll be taking econ.
Oh, good luck. Micro or macro?
That is a great question. And like that's a question for Mr. Antos. But it's like a split semester class. So I don't really know how that works. But
That's cool.
and that sounded interesting when my counselor was talking to me about it, and I was like, sure, sign me up.
How am I supposed to take 3 years of a social science when I'm already a junior and I haven't taken a single year?
Wait, okay, hang on.
I'm pretty
freshman year.
sure-
No, you took human geo freshman year.
Yeah.
Sophomore year, did you take world history?
No.
What about econ or
But
gov?
that's not social sciences.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah, it is. You're fine, girl. You're
Oh
fine.
my god.
Your counselor will. Yeah.
No, you wanna know why? It's because my friend freaked me out, and so there's some new things coming to like the graduation requirements, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And so that doesn't apply to, they have to take like an engineering class and stuff like that, and it doesn't apply to us, like people who
Thank
have
God.
already been in school, because that's not there's no way, because then we'd have to have like overbooked our schedule then for like for our 2 last years, or like the last year we have of the year.
True.
So my friend said like, oh yeah, you have to have a social science, and I'm like, okay, what and then she's like, yeah, it's like sociology. I'm like, what? And I'm like, why would I need to take a sociology class or something, like, or a psychology class, if I don't want to do that at all? Like,
Mhm.
so I got them confused, because that terrified me, because I always know them as social studies, not social sciences.
Yeah, I call them social studies, but technically they're social science. I don't know. It's a thing.
Oh, that would have been terrifying.
Guys,
No clue how it
Does anyone have
works.
any funny jokes? I'm just thinking about
No.
this. I want to like laugh at something.
Oh, I
Or
have a
funny
really
stories.
funny joke. Can I share a funny joke?
Yes.
Lexi knows this one.
Wait. Is it the? Oh, I
Let her
don't know.
share it. Let
Okay,
her share
go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna share this and then like.
Wait, I want to. Oh.
I think
No, Lexi.
No,
I
but I
will
mean, like,
tell
at the. Never mind. Okay,
Lexi,
go
you
ahead.
wanna laugh.
Go and tell your joke. But if I
No.
know it, then I'm not gonna laugh.
It's fine.
Oh, true. Okay.
Or a funny story. Does anyone have any funny childhood stories? Because we were
Fine.
talking about childhood yesterday, and like how Caitlin used to live down south Illinois, and she lived in a small town with like animals, and that was pretty cool.
Lexi was fangirling over the chickens.
Oh God, I want chickens and horses and cows and. Kayla, why are you laughing at me?
You're like, oh God, I just want chickens.
I do.
And that was the weirdest thing I've
Why am I
ever heard
crazy
you
for
say.
thinking that? I just want to live on a farm, but like, I want a farm in the middle of nowhere, but I also want to live in the city. So like, I'll have both.
Wait,
The
I need to know,
suburbs.
Bruno, do you have any funny stories?
I
of your
live in the
childhood?
middle.
I'd have to think about it.
I think he would have the funniest stories
Yeah,
for some
I
reason.
think you should tell them.
Bruno, tell a funny story from your childhood.
Yeah, Bruno.
He's like, I regret this.
He's like, what do we do?
Can we come back to me?
Oh my god.
I'll tell you a funny story.
Yeah.
So when I was 5, I had a Wizard of Oz themed birthday party.
No way.
And my mom went all out. We had this like plastic house in front of our house that had like the legs of the Wicked Witch underneath. And my mom changed the light bulbs in our dining room to green light bulbs. So it was the Emerald City. So when you turn the lights on, the whole room was green. And green streamers, and she made the cake. She put M&Ms for the rainbow, like each individually. And then we had like these little figurines on the cake of like the characters from the Wizard of Oz. And when I went to blow my candles, it was birthday cake time. I had really long hair, and so, as the story goes, basically I set my hair on fire because I leaned too far into the cake, and it started to like smoke, and my mom just won't let me forget it. She brings it up sometimes, and I'm like, thank you, Mom, for that. Thank you. But anyway, that's just the first thing that came to mind, so that's my childhood story. What about you guys?
I have like 2. I'm gonna share first, Kayla. Sorry.
Kayla,
have one.
you look like you have something.
I like can't think of anything.
Okay, wait. So when I was like, these are both from like when I was like really young, so I wouldn't remember either. But apparently my grandparents would come in and they would stay with us. And apparently at one point I was like, well, why are you coming here staying with us? Why don't you go to a hotel? And they're like, well, because hotels cost money. I'm like, oh, then you should be paying rent. And then I make them pay like 10 cents of rent or something.
Aww, that's so cute.
Entrepreneur Hannah.
And I don't know if they actually paid it. I just get told this story all the time by them being like, yeah, remember you made us pay rent? And I'm like, no, I do not. And then the other one is when I was like young, like in preschool. Apparently my dad signed up for like this Santa that came in for everybody.
Uh-huh.
So
Wait,
then
he was the Santa?
yeah, he was for that year.
Aww.
And
Oh, I have another story.
I went to sit on his lap and I just started crying and I would not I just would not sit on his lap. And then apparently he tried to come up behind me so they could get a picture with him and me, and I was like, I didn't like it. I apparently was crying because that's the funniest thing was, it was my dad. Like, it was only the year it was my dad, not any other time apparently. But maybe me just did not like my dad as Santa.
Did
Okay,
you recognize him, or do you?
I have no idea. I'm just gonna assume that I did, and then I was like, he's an imposter. Where's the real Santa?
Aw.
Right.
When we have Christmas Eve parties every year at my house, before COVID obviously, and every year someone was the designated Santa. So like, before the party started, or not before, but like during the party, my parents would like ask someone to be Santa, and they would never tell us who it was, so we always wanted to like guess. So one year, me and my cousins, I remember we had like carpet in the upstairs bed, or the upstairs we used to have carpet, and so I remember us crawling on the floor upstairs trying to find the footprints and being like trying to figure out who the Santa was. We were like these little detectives. It was so funny. And obviously we never found out until the person came down. We would always try to see who wasn't like at the party anymore.
I mean, understandable. Bruno, did you think of a story?
Yeah, I have one now.
Okay.
Yay.
I don't remember exactly how old I was. It must have been like a couple of years ago. But sometimes my family will like have a barbecue, like Mexican version though. So like a carne asada.
Delish.
Right? So, like, obviously we do it outside, and our table, like, right outside of our house, there's, like, 2 big trees. There's not 2 anymore because we had a really bad storm, and one of them had to be taken down because it was going to fall.
Oh, yeah,
But that tree, I remember there were, like, a lot of squirrels lived there, and I remember that there were 2 baby squirrels up there, and, like, we're just eating, right? And you just hear,
Oh my god.
not as loud, but, yeah. You hear that followed by like,
Wait, the squirrel?
and then you hear another.
Wait,
What
Followed by
happened?
another like
Wait, what happened?
like screech. So we we go to see like what it is, and it's the 2 baby squirrels.
That fell?
Yeah. So
Bruno, this was not a funny childhood story.
What?
no, okay.
I don't know. How is this a funny childhood
what?
story?
Okay, hold on.
There's more. There's more.
One of them survived. Is the point?
One of
Them, but then the other one.
No.
I ended up digging a hole under that tree and burying the baby squirrel there. And I was like 10 years old, and I was like really freaked out that I was holding like a baby squirrel in my hand, and like.
You were holding it. Was it the alive baby squirrel or was it the?
No, I didn't bury the alive baby squirrel.
Well, no,
I
I know, but you could have been holding the alive baby squirrel while you were burying the dead one.
I need to know how this was a funny
No.
story.
Well, yeah.
Oh, wait,
Bruno,
we were sharing
talking
funny stories?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
This is funny.
I guess childhood stories.
Okay, that's
But
Oh,
that's
it's
so
funny.
sad.
I have a video of me burying the.
no,
Guys,
The squirrel.
No.
The first time I drove with my license, I'm pretty sure I ran over a squirrel.
Oh wait, I have a funny story. So when I was
So sad. I wanted to cry because that squirrel had a life, you know?
You just like tossed it in there.
I was
Wait, I wanna-
scared.
Are
when
you showing
I
us
was,
a
I wanted
video?
the video. When I was younger, before I understood the concept of like I think like death and stuff or something like that, my mom like hit a squirrel when she was driving and didn't realize it,
Mhm.
and then she was like crying, being like, "Oh my god, I hit a squirrel!" And then she called the people like the guard behind us because it was like my dad or something.
Uh-huh.
He's like, "Did you know it was okay?" And then I think I literally just went, "Stop crying. It's fine." I literally just
Hannah
went-
just has no
I
soul.
just went, "Stop crying." I watched the video. Bruno.
Just has
Oh,
no
you
soul.
want to see the video?
Yeah, he
I
showed
think
everybody but me the video. Like the disrespect.
He's just putting a squirrel into a little mini grave.
I know, and I want to see it.
It's right by the tree too,
I need
so
to
it's like a
find it again.
memorial.
Oh my god, Bruno, disrespectful. Ugh.
How is that disrespectful?
Because why would you show everybody except for me? That's
Oh.
disrespectful.
Anyway,
Mhm.
enough about dead squirrels because that makes my heart hurt.
It's It's sad.
It's
Animals.
so okay. I just like I have an emotional attachment to like every animal that I meet, and I'm pretty sure I love animals more than people. So like my dog,
Okay.
I will tell my dog I love her like 20 times a day, and my parents, like I tell them I love them, but like not as much. You know what I mean? Like
Oh my God.
If
Sorry.
you meet my
Confessions.
dog, if you meet my dog,
I mean,
you will
every
take
day,
that back. My dog is I literally call him a devil.
oh no, mine is too.
He is Satan.
Wait, what kind of dog do you have?
It's like a poodle terrier mix. It's my
Oh yeah, I have a terrier chihuahua
Lop.
mix,
my
and
yeah.
she's literally the devil. When
Like okay, my friends come over. Like Len's one of my friends, and he comes. They come over, right?
Mhm.
And he came over one time, and my dad was there, and he started barking and wouldn't stop barking. And it came to the point where my dad was holding my dog. His name was
Mhm.
Jake. Was holding Jake, and like Len went to pet him, and then Jake went like ballistic to the point where my dad will like kind of like shove his snout whenever he's like being or like his nose whenever he's being like really like that.
Mhm.
He almost bit my dad, and he never bites my dad like almost ever unless he's trying to like brush his teeth or like give him a. So it's
No,
bad,
our dog
especially with friends.
Our dog barks at all the strangers. Like she's such a sweetheart to us, our family, but she hates new people, and so she'll bark and bark and bark.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when we're playing with her and she's like got a stuffed animal or she has something she knows she's not supposed to have, she goes and she hides under the couch, and then when we try to grab it from her, she bares her teeth and she like growls at us. So she can
Yeah.
be the demon, but also I love her so much because she's such a sweetheart when she wants to be.
Yeah. My cat's great though.
I have a little pit bull terrier,
He's so cute.
and I just like don't know why they give like the little bully breeds such a bad rep, because you just gotta have like good owners who love you so much. Like I love my little, he's not really all pit bull, he's like 20%, but I call him my little pit bull because
Aw.
he's just a sweetheart. And if he was a quarantine puppy, I like made a bet with my mom. I was like, okay, I was like, this was like all the way in 2020, like the week we all like left school. I was like, if the show I was in was canceled, we would get a dog. And she was like, okay, deal, because she was like, that's not gonna happen. And then like within like 2 weeks or something, they were like, hey, the show was canceled. And I like was sad for maybe like 10 seconds, and then I like ran into my mom's room and I was like, okay, so we're getting a dog, right? And then
Aw.
she like, you would think like a parent would be like, no, like we're not really, but she fully was like, yeah, I made a deal. And then we got a
Aw.
dog, and now she loves that dog more than anyone I know. So
That's literally my dad.
Yeah, and that's my dad
True
too.
love.
My dad wasn't against having a dog, but he's definitely the one who loves her the most, and she loves him the most. It's like a mutual relationship
Aw.
thing.
I was the one against having a dog. I don't like dogs. Dogs scare me. Because I've been bit in the face by one before.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the whole bottom half of my face.
That's a justif.
And
that
so, do not like dogs. And so I was like, we can get a dog, but I'm not walking him in winter ever. Like, that was my one thing. And I don't really walk him at all just because I don't want to.
Neither do I, and I get yelled at for it.
And then
so.
because my parents don't care anymore. And then my dad was just like, I'm not walking him in the morning. And now my dad probably is the one that he's attached to the most out of anybody. And I'm like,
yeah, because my dad takes our dog on the longest walks.
My dad took him to Indiana for a week because our family lives there. And so then he was like, my dad's dog. It's Jim's dog now.
That's cute.
No one else's. He was my dog for like 2 days, and then we think it's because I put him in a baby swing. I have pictures of that, and it's adorable. I put him in a baby swing, and now he hated my guts. Like, I couldn't even go into the same room as him without him barking and trying to bite at people. What is happening?
What are you showing her?
Wait, I want to see this.
I just hit my mic with my head.
Bruno, do you have a dog?
Yeah.
I've seen his dog before.
You want to tell?
I thought you yeah.
I did. I'm trying to make
Bruno, you're
everyone
really
talk.
quiet.
Everyone talked about their dogs, so.
So I have a Yorkie.
Aww. Little Yorkie poo.
Regular size, because there's teacups.
I want a teacup dog.
No.
And he's a rescue.
I want a teacup pig. We talked about this yesterday.
rescue.
Not the pig.
Yeah.
The pig. I want a pig.
He's like 5 now.
Aww.
And when we first got him, his colors are like brown, like different shades of brown and black. So I'm not really into Star Wars, but I was like, oh, he looks like Chewbacca. And like Chewie is like a nickname that I guess they give him. Yeah.
In the movie.
So we
minute.
just officially named him Chewie.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
I remember I saw his dog one time, and I was like, okay. I just remember, okay, I was meeting my friends at this one trail, and then she was biking one way. We were meeting at like a bridge because we had to go to a different direction that she was biking from, but we had to meet in this bridge. And then him and his sister were biking behind us, Bruno and his sister, behind my friend, and she did not know they were there, so she stopped, and they had to go around. And I was just there like, oh, that was Bruno, and then I was like really awkward. I didn't talk. I didn't say anything to him. I kind of was like, I'm just gonna assume
You guys are just kind of in the way.
God, I saw Bruno's sister at TJ Maxx once. Well, she was working, so, and then I was like, wait, and she said it first. She was like, wait, are you Lexi? And I was like, yeah, you're Leslie, right? Yeah.
Dog.
Anyway, I just think it's funny when I see people I know at the store. One time I saw this guy I knew. It was like during quarantine. Me and my dad went to what was it? Michael's. I don't know why we were there. But then I passed by one of the aisles and I glanced and I thought I saw someone I knew and they were like, "Oh, hi, Lexi," and I knew who they were and I knew their name, but I was like, "Oh, hi," and they're like, "Oh, it's," and then they said their name and I was like, "Oh, hi," it's just. Because, okay, this is weird, but when I see people in the hallway and I say hi, I don't say their names because I'm so terrified of getting them wrong or pronunciation wrong, even though I know what their names are. So I don't say, if I saw you in the hall, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, hi, Hannah." If you said hi to me, I'd just be like, "Oh, hey." And so I was just, "Oh, hi." And then it seemed like I didn't know who they were and they're like, "Oh, it's me." And I was like, and then to cover myself up, I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's hard to tell with your masks, who it is." I don't know, I felt so bad about it, but I have such awkward encounters with people in public, and I would just rather not see people I know, unless it's a best friend.
I saw one of my friends. We're not okay. One of my acquaintances, one of my friends in the hallway before school started, because I think they were waiting for their brother who was in Mosaic, and I was like, "What's your name again?" And I've learned their name 3 times, but every single time I see them, I think their name is Jenny. And so I literally just said, "If I ever call you Jenny, I just know I'm talking to you." And then she's like, "I'll just answer to Jenny and her actual name now." And I was like, "Okay."
That's so funny. When you see people and you think they're named one thing because that's what they look like.
I just remember the first time I saw someone was at marching band last year, and I could not recognize them. And I apparently I stared at them. I was and I was following them, and I put my head I kind of went leaned forward a little bit more. And my friend was like, "Hannah, what was that? Why do you just stare him down like that?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they were like, you were just staring him down." I'm like, "No, I wasn't." And they're like, "Yes, you were. It was kind of creepy." I'm like, "Oh, oopsie. It's fine."
Oh my god.
I find it so funny that we're all like playing with like this like wire.
Oh yeah,
Except
our,
for
head,
me.
our headphones.
Except for
not.
Bruno.
There's like a cord
Bruno's
in
on
front of
his
us, like one of those
phone.
springy cords, and it's just so
the
fun
headphones
to play
are connected to
Bruno, let me play
little
with spring.
black box. The little black box.
What else should we talk about? This is like fun.
We should talk about gospel.
Oh yeah, Kayla, what is your this is your first like real your first year in gospel. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay. Like last year, towards the end of the year, Mr. Kalala let a few of the freshmen like join the other
gospel
students
choir?
in gospel choir. And so that was really fun. So I like didn't feel like new this year because I had done it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But now being like an official member, it's really fun. Like I really love Mosaic, but I think like gospel has its like as Kalila says, like got like a stank to it, you know? Like
Yeah, we sassy.
I really like the songs he chooses, and I feel like they're just fun to sing, and I just love like all these students in the arts department, right?
Fine arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like love literally all of them. So getting to see them every day and like sing with them is so fun. And so I've definitely loved being a part of gospel because last year like beginners choir had like 4 people in person. So
Oh,
now
really?
like
Choir
to get
kinda
into choir
sucks.
and there's like 20 people plus. I don't know how many kids are in that room.
There's a lot.
But
There's like
it's so
30,
nice. Like, I
41,
love it.
42 maybe.
Isn't this like
Wow.
smaller though compared to like?
Oh no, it's definitely as big, if not bigger.
really?
Because we've never had more than, I feel like we've never had more than 4. I could be totally wrong, but gospel's usually about the size we have. It's like 42 maybe. But we have a good amount of people think that we weren't in person last year and so many people graduated. Well, not that many people, but we had a lot of good people
I
graduate.
think the big thing is a lot of those like really strong voices and a lot of like those people graduated last year.
Definitely.
So that's why I think that was like the only like real issue is like Cobble like didn't even have anybody audition this year. Like anybody that was in beginning choir like got into gospel unless they like asked to not be in gospel.
Well,
No
yeah,
one
that's
auditioned.
great.
I
mean,
know,
yeah,
I'm really
the-
happy about that. But
Yeah.
we like talked last year when he did invite like me, like Emma, Gabrielle, Veronica, and like Caitlin and Alex. Like he had talked to us and he was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna pop you up to like sing with gospel for a little bit, and then like next year you'll be like official members."
Mm-hmm.
So like we kind of knew that was how it was gonna go, and I'm sure if any of the other girls who were in beginners choir last year were like, "Hey, we want to sing gospel," I'm sure he'd be like, "Great, like let's try this scale or something like that." And it would just be like no problem, you know. But I think a few kids dropped choir for like moving up to like gospel Mosaic just because it is like before school and after school commitments. Then
Mosaic is before
Right.
school, and then sometimes like when we get to like this season, it'll be after school, but right now it's before. Yeah, but like gospel, I think he kind of stopped doing auditions. He just want to put people in it that he knows can like handle it.
right,
And,
and
like,
it's just like a really
yeah.
just fun group to be a part of.
It's so much like when I tell people to join choir, they're like, oh no, because you know when you think of choir, you think like, oh, like choral songs with like a woman director, and then there's just like this. Sorry, like
with a woman director.
our director who's a woman. That's stereotypically like that's a stereotype, right? It was like choir. You know what I'm talking about. But like
just
but,
a
like,
woman.
oh
like,
my God.
gosh.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be like, you know.
I guess Lexi
you know
just
what
doesn't like female choir directors.
Oh,
is what
that's
we've
not
learned.
what I
that's
said.
what I'm
End
getting
of the
at
That's
this,
not
um,
what I said.
And the podcast is over.
People
Lexi's
just-
been canceled. Cancel culture.
People just think
We lost
that
our host.
Cancel culture should be canceled.
Looks like Bruno should fill in for Lexi now.
On it, yeah.
Bruno's the new host.
You know what? You replace me.
Yeah.
You suffer the wrath.
I mean, technically he could. He has a study hall during our media class.
Whoa.
Well,
Yeah, I'm coming for your
I
spotlight.
don't. I
What
really
period
wouldn't
is your
appreciate
media
that.
class? Just
it-
curious.
Maybe Bruno should just be a third
during
co-host.
6th period.
6th period. Oh my gosh. Can Bruno and I make our own podcast and compete with you guys?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Wait, Bruno, do you want to make our own podcast and compete with them?
You.
No.
Say yes.
Yes.
No one would listen to it.
I'm so excited. Everyone would listen to ours. We're pretty cool.
I
We
feel
got
like- I
energy
feel like
for
Kayla-
days.
Yes.
Literally.
Only thing is we don't have equipment. So
That's okay.
Ha.
We can just
Ha ha.
we can just steal Lexi and Hannah's.
No.
This isn't our equipment.
Technically
Well,
no.
we can just come in here and be like, "Hey, we're actually in media now," and then they'll be like, "What?" And we'll be like, "Yeah." That's it. That's
Well,
the
that
story.
sounds like a plan.
Goodness.
I'm so excited.
I think we should end on Bruno doing a falsetto again.
Do it. We need a new song. Oh, should we do the same song as yesterday?
Squeaky
I don't know what it
clean.
was. Oh,
Do squeaky clean.
Wait,
go.
can I do this one part? So, Ah. I keep doing that over and over again. I'll be like, oh wait. Ah.
It's like when you just brush your teeth, Listerine.
Uh,
Context is when you. Yep.
It's
When
like,
you breathe into your hand and smell it to see if your
That's
breath
fun.
smells.
I've had
fresh.
one.
Smells
TikTok
like mice.
also.
Smells like mice. Okay, guys, fine. I'll sing Screw Loose. Ah, fine.
Denise.
Darling, it's so.
Hard to beat. No, that was wrong.
Wait, I do want to hear the falsetto though. If I.
Wait, we should do it when we're actually about to end because we have like 2 minutes left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Do you guys? Oh wait. Okay, what should we do for 2 minutes? Okay, guys, stop
Wait,
asking me to sing.
I've
Fine,
had-
I'll sing.
I think
I've
every guest we have should sing something.
Oh.
I've had freaking what's it called? Into the Thick of It stuck in my head. Ever
Into
since
the
the
thick of
gospel.
it. Into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it.
Where?
Trembling
through the woods. On we push. And then it goes like that way.
This is not the right part of the song at all.
It doesn't matter. We're making it our own version.
That's amazing.
I mean-
Castaways. Maybe that's what we could call
We
a podcast.
are
Castaways.
castaways. Ahoy them.
Ahoy.
I always thought it was avoid them.
Same. No
avoid
way.
them. Avoid.
Guys,
We
I
are
think that Lexi is my
castaways.
soul sister, but I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
Wait, it's time
So
for
is
it's time-
Bruno,
it's time
and
for-
so is Hannah.
It's time for Bruno to do his falsetto.
Well, what song?
Just
squeaky clean.
yeah.
Squeaky clean. I don't think that.
What part specifically?
What
What-
part do you know? I sing Screw Loose. Screw Loose.
Yeah, scream.
I don't know how it goes.
In your falsetto.
I don't know
Oh,
how it goes.
Just go, darling. I just tried to sing in a falsetto. That was the weirdest thing I've ever done.
darling. Just sing. What were we singing yesterday?
Life is
know.
a highway.
Yeah,
Do it.
that.
Okay, go for it.
Kayla, go.
Sorry.
Life is a highway?
Yeah, do it.
No.
You gotta know.
Please.
Ready, we'll do it with you. 5, 6, 7, 8. Life is. Guys.
He wasn't
We
doing it
want
either.
Bruno to do
Bruno, you got
it.
this.
5,
No, I
6,
feel like you just-
7, 8. That's on
Come on,
you.
Bruno. Yeah, you got this.
Please, Bruno.
I'll do it with you.
If you don't, what
Okay,
do I get to do
5,
to you?
6, 7, 8. Life is I swear.
Bruno, you
Okay,
got
this
it
next
now.
time.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Life is a highway. I will ride it all night long.
Okay.
Yay!
Tell me that voice is not made for the musical Crybaby.
Honestly.
I swear, this boy, talented
Stop, you make me blush.
and gifted. Well,
All right, and on that note, thank you for listening to our second episode of What the Fork with your hosts Lexi.
And Hannah. And then your guest stars
me,
today.
I'm Kayla.
And
Follow me on
Bruno.
Instagram at _ Kayla Joyner.
No.
Kayla, give them my Instagram.
And then Bruno's is hot stuff. That's HOTSTUF underscore. Wait.
Underscore
Yeah,
Bruno.
underscore
Okay.
BRUNO. Bruno. Hot stuff underscore Bruno. Go follow
right.
him. Go follow
We will
me.
see you next week on another episode of What the Fork.